Yes, respected friends, here we are, taken up the study of beautiful Chandogya Upanishad, slowly invoking the Gurus, Rishis, Shruti Mata, Sakshat, Parabrahma himself, and Paramatma Adiparashakti to bless us with the correct and complete understanding, knowledge, and also the conviction of doing what is said in this glorious Upanishad. First chapter, first Khanda, Udgita Upasana told to be done by us with all the Upavyakyanam of the Omkar. Now, once we have mastered Om to a good extent, then the application of the Om mantra now is being taught to us. In this second Khanda, all Indriyas are Om Swarupa only. In that way, we can do Upasana. Yes, to a good extent, it will help, but not to the complete extent. Therefore, the Mukhya Prana in us is later on told us to do the Upasana of or as the Omkar. This second Khanda talks about that topic through the Akhyayika of Deva Asura, only to indicate that within ourselves, every individual, then in the totality, at the outer gross level also, always there is a continuous fight going between the good and bad for each one wanting to dominate the other. So this reveals to us the thing that is happening in the outer world and the inner world also, and what is the play going on and what is our role, what should be our role. So let us see what is further guidance by the Shruti Mata and the explanation of it to us by Bhagavan Sri Adi Shankara. So along with this Upanishad Adhyanam, a little of Vedic chanting, Mantra Dhyanam, some common sense thought, and before that the Shanti Guru Parampara mantra, Sankalpa, and for a practice sake, we will also chant the Chandogya Upanishad, Tritiya Khanda, Prathamodhyaya mantras. So, let us now dedicate ourselves for this endeavor. As said in the beginning, let the entire Guru Tattva, Guru Parampara, Chandogya Upanishad Guru Acharya Parampara take us into their fold. May we be at their feet and may they bless us with the understanding. Start. Om. 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 Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्यासम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः ॐ यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम् ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ॐ निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः ॐ व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः ॐ ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलं स्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे। ॐ सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणे विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। ॐ श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भवता जनता सुहिता भविता निजबोधविचारणचारुमते कलयेश्वर जीव विवेकविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्। ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। ओं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपा अनुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन तस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्ष कैवल्य प्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्व आध्यात्मिक प्रगत्यर्थं धर्म संस्थापकानां नित्य निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुविघ्न शाश्वत समूल निर्मूलन पूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां संकल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये पर ब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थम् अनेकशास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये सामवेदांतर्गत छांदोग्योपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य सहित अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मोक्षार्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम सच्चिदानंद सांद्राय सर्वातीताय साक्षिणे नमः श्रीदेशिकेन्द्राय शिवाय शिवघातिने। ओमाप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक्प्राणः चक्षुः श्रोत्रम् अथो बलम् इन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्म उपनिषदं माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्यां मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्। अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते। ये उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तो ते मयि सन्तो। ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ओम अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः सामवेदान्तर्गत छान्दोग्योपनिषत् अथ द्वितीयः खण्डः। Just spend 3 minutes. ॐ देवासुराः वै यत्र संयेतिरे उभये प्राजापत्याः ततः देवा उद्गीतम् आजह्रुः अनेन एतान् अभिभविष्यामः इति तेह नासिक्यं प्राणम् उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगंह आसुराः पाप्मना विविदिहो तस्मात् तेन उभयं जिघ्रति सुरभि च दुर्गन्धि च पाप्मना हि एष विद्धः। अथ वाचम् उद्गीतम् उपासाञ्चक्रिरे तागंह असुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तया उभयं वदति सत्यं चानृतं च पाप्मना हि एषा विद्धा। अतः चक्षुरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्ध आसुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयं पश्यते दर्शनीयं च अदर्शनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः श्रोत्रमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तदासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं शृणोति श्रवणीयं च अश्रवणीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम्। अतः मन उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तद्धासुराः पाप्मना विविदुः तस्मात् तेन उभयगं संकल्पयते संकल्पनीयं च असंकल्पनीयं च पाप्मना हि एतत् विद्धम् अतः य एव अयं मुख्यः प्राणः तमुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रिरे तगम आसुरा ऋत्वा विदध्वंसुर यथाश्मानम् आकणम् अरुत्वा विध्वगंसेत एवं यथा अश्मानमाकणम् अरुत्वा विध्वगंसते एव गम्ह एव स विध्वगंसते य एवं विधि पापं कामयते यश्च एनम् अभिधासति सः एषः अस्माकणः नैव एतेन सुरभि न दुर्गन्धि विजानाति अपहत पाप्मा हि एषः तेन यदश्नाति यत् पिबति तेन इतरान् प्राणान् अवति एतमु एव अन्ततः अवित्वा उत्क्रामति व्याददाति एव अन्ततः इति तगमः अङ्गिराः उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतमु एव आङ्गिरसं मन्यते अंगानां यद्रसः तेन तगम्ह बृहस्पतिरुद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव बृहस्पतिं मन्यन्ते वाग्हि बृहति तस्या एषः पतिः तेन तगम्ह अयास्य उद्गीतमुपासाञ्चक्रे एतम् एव अयास्यं मन्यन्ते आस्याद् यत् अयते तेन तगम्ह बको दाल्भ्यो विदाञ्चकार सह नैमिषीयानाम् उद्गाता बभूव सह सह स्म एभ्यः कामान् गायति आगाताः वै कामानां भवति य एतदेवं विद्वान् अक्षरमुद्गीतम् उपास्ते इति अध्यात्मम् ॐ सी slowly the Shraddha in the Upanishad Adhyanam Upanishad class. Little the divine grace, little our readiness, our willingness, isn't it? Recognizing it, somehow we got that inclination support. Somehow means really somehow only. And that somehow must mean definitely grace of some Rishi, some Guru only, and the Kripa Karunamaya, the Lord. Otherwise, coming on to this path is impossible. And at any moment again, to go away from this Adhyatmika Marga, there are million chances of various reasons. And the temptations, the lazinesses, the lethargies, then the fears, then with all many years of study still, suddenly one day a doubt may come. Is that Brahman existing whom we are studying in the Upanishad? I don't believe. Suddenly we leave and go. So with all those risks, dangers that are there, even though we are blessed by the God and Guru to be on this path, yet because of those risks, dangers, from our side, that increasing of our respect and love for the Upanishad, consciously through our thoughts, through our sankalpas, through our prayers, we have to keep on maintaining and increasing. Because we have to be in this path consistently till the goal is reached. When do we reach? We don't know. So this is how we have to help ourselves and create only that inner and outer atmosphere which inspires us to be on this path, not exposed to that atmosphere which overpowers the negative in us, takes us away from this. This is a minimum help we have to do to ourselves continuously, consciously. Consciously is the word to be underlined. So consciously I have to put my Purushartha Samarthya to be on the path, keep on walking till the goal is reached. Somehow by divine grace we have come here. इतना तो हुआ ना. अभी somehow it won't happen. Only in whatever the way we do, that's how it will happen. Isn't it? Keeping that in mind, मुझे करना है, मुझे अपने आप को बचाना है, मुझे इस मार्ग में रहना है. कोई भी आपत आए, difficulties come, I am not going to go away from this path. That telling we have to do to ourselves. Very much, so much. Else, as we said, which outer power, which personal inner prarabdha will take us away from this path, we don't know. So, the outer world and prarabdha doesn't take us away from the path, but they give us those experiences or results to go through which seemingly we may have to go away from this path. And like your relatives, friends called you at this time. So they took you away from this class. So they have not taken you away from this class, but they did what they have to do, that they called you. Isn't it? So they are innocent. They called you. So in us that discretion should be there. Ki, can I postpone that? Can I prepone that? Or at least do I have a chance to listen to this class later on? So this is in our Purusharth, isn't it? So we can call in and tell, "Arey, कितना program है, class है, after 1 hour I will come." If he agrees, work is done. That is in our hands. But the prarabdha came that he invited you. And you may have to go also. तो आगे कर सकते हैं, पीछे कर सकते हैं, or we can listen to this later. Somehow it is our interest here, our liking here, which puts us here. That's what we are saying. Intensify from this side our desire to be on the path, on the path. No, the whole subject which we are studying now in this second khanda is almost this only. So, in this way, for a long, long time, despite all the inner and outer challenges, when we struggle to be on the path with all our given willpower, given abilities, given willingness, etc., then the Divine Lord will again become more pleased to bless us. When that blessings come, then the picture becomes more clear, understanding becomes more conspicuous about again the goal and means, and more than that, samadhanam will come in our life. We need to have that. What is samadhanam? Sarvada sthapanam buddhehe shuddhe brahmani sarvatha. May buddhi be always in that Shuddha Brahma only. Or as it is said in our Shanti mantra, ye Upanishatsu dharmaha te mai santo will happen. You know, with all our willingness, still within us the Upanishad dharmas may be zero. Chance is there. That won't serve the cause, isn't it? We have to have all the Upanishad dharmas in us to realize again the Upanishad dharma called as Brahma Tattva. So, in this way, when we struggle, those Upanishad dharmas start happening in us. When all the Upanishadic qualifications necessary are filled in our heart, then because all passport, visa, everything is ready, so you are given a boarding pass. Sit and fly, isn't it? Go beyond. Beautiful. That journey of deep meditation, going beyond all the upadhis to reach to the ultimate. It is much, much more beautiful than seemingly most beautiful the voyages or the journeys of different lokas, different worlds, isn't it? You just imagine that picture. Though in Yoga Vasishta we are studying, other texts we are studying so much, just with our own imagination also picturize. Somebody has done so much of punya, no papa at all. He was so afraid of death. He tried his best to not to die. But they will have to die. That pain and pangs of death, he died. But after the death, the two beautiful things happen. One is he feels so fully relieved from this bondage of this being in this sharira. After death, everybody is so happy कि ये दिमाग खराब खत्म हो गया. The jamela of taking the body's care every day, all nonsense. It is a freedom only. Second thing that Punyatma gets is so much of welcome there, so much of clapping there, such a beautiful chariots, everything. He is taken for the higher worlds. He will be surprised only that Jiva. He did lot of punya, we told you, no? Now imagine that journey as told in our Yoga Vasistha. even in Mundaka Upanishad, that with all the welcoming songs and praises, he is taken to the higher worlds. Imagine that journey. Like in this world also, you are a sports person, won a gold medal, came back to India from that place. How? Right from the airport, there are welcomes. होता है कि नहीं? How much of laurels and everything so beautiful. Now imagine this person with so much of punya taken in that chariot with all the services toward the higher worlds. Million times much more than that will be the joy when the soul in us, the jiva in us, is journeying towards the Brahman. Just to tell that, we gave this explanation. That journey is so beautiful because all these laurels, etc., is just like till you come home and maybe 2 3 hours, or maybe till evening, or maybe a week. The people will celebrate your victory of gold medal. उसके बाद आप सर हर बंदे अपने अपने घर चले जाते, isn't it? And your gold medal is with you there, hanging there on the wall. You are back to your own normal quarrel with your family, quarrel with your friends, and your own diseases, your own mental nonsense. Anything you can do with your gold medal. Gold medal is not moksha. So too, with so much punya, so many lokas, one goes. Having gone there, these people who welcomed you, served you, they won't serve permanently. वहाँ भी हिसाब चलता रहता. Once that over, the punya and all, it's over. That's how we have to picturize. That's why we said all our Purana Itihasas this way talk about the permanent liberation through Brahma Vidya. Keep that in mind. That when we in this way, with our inclination, keep on keeping on this path, how we are blessed, an idea we are discussing. Right? Now coming to the topic, the first mantra, E Devaha cha Asuraha cha. Okay? देवासुराः वै यत्र संयेतिरे उभये प्राजापत्याः तद्देवाः उद्गीतमाजह्रुः अनेन एनान अभिभविष्याम इति. Very symbolic, very subtle, very mystical are all these mantras. Reveal only in two reasons. When we are highly blessed by these rishis of this Upanishad itself. Second, only when we deeply, intensely, for a sufficient period, maybe some 5 10 lives, we practice. That these mystical things are revealed. And revelation is the experience. When the experience comes, then only the belief. Till that time, how much ever we try to study, some intellectual understanding may come, but still the vagueness will not go. Isn't it? 10 people explain to you about a place's glory. Still, the vagueness remains till oneself, we ourselves go and see that by our own eyes, pratyaksha rupen. Remember, the mist of all the misunderstandings will go away only when the sun of experience dawns. याद रख लेना उसको. Same time, the study keeps us inspired, keeps us on the path. And these Vedic mantras were very sublime, very mystical, till they are revealed to us. Very, very seemingly tough to catch. Just like that, they are not given to us. Sometimes, even if we seem to get it, but the other world is there so much to pull us away from this, take us away from this, make us forget this. इस तरह चलता है स्पिरिचुअल जिंदगी, याद रख लेना. So the four topics in this first mantra are: one, Devasuraha vai; second, Yatra Sanyetire; third, Ubaye Prajapatyaha; four, Tadha Devaha Udgitam Ajakruhu; one more, Anena Enam Abhiveshyama iti. You can divide it as 5 topics for our understanding of this mantra with the help of the Bhashya thoroughly. So what is said in these mantras was you have to understand then their utility, applicability in our life as a sadhaka. So Devasuraha, so devatas are there, asuras are there. Yatra sanyetire, Always they are in the tug of war, continuously fighting. Who are they? First of all, Ubhaye Prajapatya. Both are the sons, Santana of the children of the Prajapati only. So Devasuras fighting, both are Santana of the Prajapati. 3 topics. So in that, to get victory, to get more strength, as if Devaha Udgita Majahruhu, they started doing the Udgita Upasana, the Devatas. पूछो क्यों? Why are you doing? Anena enam abhibhavishyama iti. With this Udgita Upasana, we will overpower these asuras. Okay, so at the very outset, uh, without detailedly entering into the study of this mantra, from a little distance also, we can feel one beautiful positive thing here, that with the Udgita Upasana, the negative can be overpowered or conquered. Feel that point. So, for that purpose only these are given. And that's why you are seeing in our daily Vedic chanting from the Atharvana Veda, powerful, Atharvana Veda is so beautiful. One after the other suktams of prayers to the devatas, to be blessed by them, to ward away all the negativities, to empower ourselves for positivity, we are seeing it. And that is missing in today's world, the upasana of the divine. We think we are doing everything, we think we can do everything, and we think everything is for us. And in all this nonsensical thinking, we are creating such destroying things, and we are involving in them and destroying only. सोच ही नहीं रहे about the upasana. Even the upasana of parents with respect, reverence, upasana of the boss with some gratitude, वो सब चले गए. Upasana of the teacher तो चला ही गया. What a beautiful culture. We remember now, even now, those days when the Guru Pujas were there, Guru Purnima was there, any occasion, unhesitatingly doing pranams to the Guru first. School में जाते. Upasana. You understand how an individual becomes egoistic and thinks all his abilities as his own, performances are because of himself, and achievements are for himself. These are all wrong notions, wrong thoughts, isn't it? In this, you see, one point, though not said throughout this topic, Devatas win over the Asuras only to serve the world again, not for their individual bhoga. Isn't it? Is not the Varuna, Vayu, Agni, Indra taking care of the whole world? As a reward, they are given those positions and powers. And with those position and power only they can serve. You don't see the asuras serving anywhere. That subject is never seen anywhere. ये राक्षस ने वहाँ social work का start किया, ये वाला का ऐसा नहीं दिखता. एक आधा और दिखे भी इधर उधर. That behind that there's most of the selfishness, the impurity. Hmm? Think about it. Now, each of the things, these 5 of them, Devasuraha vai, Yatra Sanyetare, Ubhaye vai Prajapatyaha, then Tadha Devaha Udgita Upasa Ajahruhu, Anena Enam Abhavishyama iti. Enanu Abhavishyama iti. One by one. First, Devasuraha, Devaha cha Asuraha cha. To categorically understand that there are 2 beings, Devatas and Asuras. Are you clear about it? Now, the Devatas in the Devaloka, they are anyway there. Adi Devika, they are called. Also, they are in the Adi Bhautika Srishti. Now, here Bhagavan Adi Shankara helping us to look it from the Adhyatmika Drishti, within ourselves only. Within ourselves only, who are the Devatas and who are the Asuras and what fighting is going on, subjectively you see. It is so important it is. Now, other than this way teaching, what the Shruti Mata can do, if you are humble, if you are honest, if you are surrendering, then we understand, we accept, we abide. if you are little a notch more egoistic, and to have an ego, nothing is required. A murkhata is sufficient. But it is such a terrible thing is ego. He says, why should I study Upanishad? Why should I believe whichever the Rishi said in that such a old time? I don't care. Today I am in the modern world of science technology. हम देखो, no, there's no answer to such thing. That's why I'm saying, if at all by some reason, if we have some inclination to study Upanishads, believe them, also some Shraddha in our Rishis and Gurus, it is such a beautiful, positive blessing. पता नहीं कैसा हुआ, but हम बच रहे हैं. छोड़ो मत इसको. जो इगोइस्टिक होता है, वो गुरु, वाट शास्त्र, वाट उपनिषद, वाट उपासना, नथिंग डूइंग. देखो, माया कहते हैं इसको, जिसका जवाब नहीं होता. इसलिए अगर हम बच गए, बच रहे हैं, तो acknowledge it and be under that umbrella, protecting umbrella, the shastra, the guru, the sadhana, the adhyatmikata. More than that, no guru can show anything, practically do anything. याद रख लो. So, okay, now subjectively. Devaha. Who are the devaha? Ki divyate. Divyate devaha. So, devaha word comes from the divyate. What is the meaning of divyate in the vocabulary? Dyotana arthasya. Dyotana means prakasha. So, devaha means those who are prakasha swarupa. And which prakasha, sir? You have to ask. The prakasha is Shastra Udbhasita prakasha. So, Shastra Udbhasita. Shastra means scriptures. Ut means Utkarshena, Utkrishtena. Bhasita means bright and brilliant. So, Shastra Udbhasita. Up to that we have come to. And what is that Shastra Udbhasita prakasha Vishayas in us, which are called as Devatas, or Indriya Vruttaya. Therefore, Shastra Udbhasitaha Indriya Vruttayaha Devaha. Here Indriya means all the 14 faculties. Vrittis means their functions. So when all the 14 functions of faculties and their functions are exactly as per the Shastra, that is called Devata Sthiti in our Antakarana, in our personality. So Shastra Udbhasitaha Indriya Vruttayaha Devaha in us. Theoretically, keep it in mind. For all the time to come, keep it. So whether that is my 5 karmendriyas of Vak Panipada 5 Upastha, 5 Jnanendriyas of Shrotram Tvak Chakshu Rasana Grana, or the 4 Antakarana are of Manaha Buddhi Chitta Hankara. You know, when they are exactly as per the Shastra. Shastra Udbhasitaha Indriya Vruttayaha Devaha. So I have studied in the Shastras. I have known exactly what is the Shastra ordered me to do, and exactly that alone I am doing with all my faculties. Okay. Then in that just one sentence, without elaboration, again it becomes the big topic. Finally, the Shastras tells us to utilize all these faculties only for Brahma Vidya. Okay. To the extent they can help us. Higher level में all these faculties have to be transcended to be one with Brahman. Other than that, in the process of purification, at the time of the requirement of purification, Shastra again tells that these faculties have to be utilized for this Swadharma Anusthana, utilized for Punya Karma, Seva Karma, Upasana Karma, isn't it? These all have nothing to do with Brahma Vidya, but they all are the purifying aspect activities. So Shastra told us this way to live in this world, this with the faculties. When all my faculties are behaving like that, then those Indriya Vrittis, those functions of all faculties are called Devataha. So Shastra Udbhasitaha Indriya Vrittayaha Devaha. Clear? Devaha divyate dyotanarthasya shastra udvasitaha indriya vrittayaha. Now, what is asura? Then exactly opposite. They are also indriya vrittis. They are all the functionings of all the 14 faculties. But in them, there is no shastra udvasita dyuti or prakasha. If the shastra ukta prakasha is not there, then what is there in that indriya vrittis? Because of which they are called as asuraha. In the word itself, the meaning is there. Like in devaha, the word itself there is meaning divyate dyotanarthatvena. So too in the word asura only, in the word only there is meaning. Asura vritti means asusu ramante iti vritti. Asuhu means all the faculties. And Ramanam means each of the faculty, irrespective of whether Shastra permitted or not, Shastra told or not, all the faculties are involved in their respective objects only. For the Bhoga, that type of all the functionings of the faculties are called Asuraha. Clear? Asuraha tad viparitaha. Tad viparita means never referring to the Shastra at all. Tadviparita. Second, Sweshu Asushu Ramante iti Asuraha. Asura means Sweshu Asusu Ramante. They are reveling in their own Asuhu Pranaha. Means Vishwak Vishayasu. Asuhu means the variety of objects. Ramante. Pranana Kriyasu Ramanat. They are always reveling in their own respective objects only through their faculties. So they are stuck up to that only. Every of the faculty, in which the Shastra is not contacted at all. As we said just now, the Shastra Uddesha is what? These faculties have to be employed in such activities by which again the Antakarana Shuddhi happens, and with Shuddha Antakarana again the faculties have to be employed for the Moksha Marga. At that time, our entire personality layers are Devatatmaka. Opposite to that, each of the faculty thinks that it has to indulge in their respective objects and stucks there only, gets bound there only. That type of indriya vrittis are asuraha. Why this is happening, asuraha? Because one interesting sentence said here, swabhavikya tama atmikaha. Swabhavikya tamatmika means they are settled in tamaha ignorance and they made it their swabhava. They don't want to respect the knowledge given by the Shastras and do according to Shastra. Isn't it? That's why you see in the world of people, they don't want to care to listen to any elders or Shastras regarding do's and don'ts. They decide that what they want to do, that alone they will do. And what they want is only propitiating their faculties. Isn't it? That Pashuvrutti only. Isn't it? It's like a fruit is seen. So what is said mainly, offer it to the Lord. Then take it as prasada from the Lord, for the sustenance of the life, for the spiritual sadhana. The other Asura Vritti fellow, the moment he sees the fruit, he thinks it is only for his bhoga. So he doesn't offer it to the Lord, he doesn't take it as prasada, he takes it as bhoga, and with that bhoga, it is not, it is spiritual pursuit, but he goes on wanting to have one after the other bhoga only with one or the other indriyas as per his desire or as per availability. So his every faculty that way indulging in the objects is asura, and his entire personality is asura. He is asura. Asusu indriyartheshu praneshu ramate. Why? Swabhavikya tamoguna. है ना? Yes. Swabhavikyah tama atmikaha. Now, this is little to be pondered. I don't know how to explain, but we'll try. Swabhavikyah tamatmika means for whatever reason, by swabhava, one is in tamaha only. But then by default, he may be in tamaha, but that being unhealthy, the healthy being not tamaha but jnana. Tama means ajnana. The healthy being jnana, one has to put efforts to gain the jnana and live according to jnana. That is the purushartha, samarthya given for us. And that we are doing too. Like Swabhaviki, we don't know driving. But are we not using our purushartha of self effort and learning the driving and getting benefit of it? Are we living like that? Anything saying that I don't know, इसलिए मैं नहीं सीखूंगा. Continuously, the human beings are learning. And by birth, nobody has all these things. By birth, do we know the language which we speak? ऐसा नहीं है. But then we are taught that particular language or mother tongue, whatever it is. So, what is that which we are born with? Swabhaviki tamoguna only. But are we not continuously learning? And is not that learning helping us? Think about it. Helping us in warding away, removing the miseries, helping us making our life more comfortable. Clear? Therefore, though swabhavika tama we have, but we have to put our efforts to get jnana. Don't remain as tamasic only. So those who are born, all are tamasic. Ajnana ke saath. But those who continue, they continue to be asuras. But those who have learnt and trained themselves, slowly they became the devatas. I'm just trying to put it. That's why in our Sanatana Dharma, as the child grows to 3, 4, 5 years, one after other, samskaras are given to him. And newer things are taught to him, which will make him a decent personality. In that, so many things are included. And first of all, he has to stand on his feet. That is taught as a brahmachari. Earlier, he was only dependent on mother, father, others. Ab apne upar. Secondly, he is taught to respect parents. Thirdly, he is taught to respect the acharyas. Fourthly, the acharya teaches him the Gayatri mantra, etc., yajna, etc., upasana, etc., and then teaches him to worship and invoke the grace of these सूर्यादि देवतास. देखो ये सब इसको जन्मतः नहीं पता थे. He was taught, he was learning, he was doing. Now accordingly, he was growing, glowing, being blessed by all those activities. That whole lifestyle is called Devata. Opposite to that, none of these things are learnt. Continuously living only for the bhoga. Because child starts living only for bhoga. उसको खाना है, उसको सोना है, उसको खेलना है. Now those who khana, khelna, sona, khelna means any entertainments. Only these three things they do. Throughout life, irrespective of their age, they are all living asura life only. The things which are told are trained in the first case. They're respecting parents, respecting the gurus, studying the shastras, respecting or doing upasana of the devatas, minding one's own duties, responsibilities, taking the responsibility even of serving the world. In these asuras, ये आता ही नहीं दिमाग में. Isn't it? That's how they are families, generations, they are asuras. Little work they do for their own earning and they indulge as bhog. And Swadharma also they sometimes, like some of these laborers. बस लेबर काम करते नहीं तो वो भी पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. And with that they drink only. They don't even give food to their family. I'm just giving an example. He is an asura now. Asusura mate. Bas I have to indulge in bhoga. So, just to make it clear, few examples are given. Again, I read out. Asuhu, asuraha, tad viparitaha, sveshu eva asushu means vishwak vishayasu means pranana kriyasu ramanatu. So they are only reveling in only their own bhoga vastus with the indriyas. Then swabhavikya tama atmikaha. By swabhava, that tamoguna is there, they maintained it. They did not bring the knowledge into their life to remove that tamaha, that ajnana. Here tamoguna is both ways. Ajnana, therefore they are not putting purushartha samarthya to get the jnanam and change their life. So tamaha means jo hai so hai type. Those who don't want to improve or change. You understand? That is what is called. Like we have plenty of wealth given to us by parents or grandparents. We will indulge in that. Array, when you have wealth, that struggle of earning the wealth is not there with you. So much of time is saved. Why don't you do some higher, greater things? Okay, then nahi. That is asura. That he doesn't want to think, understand, improve upon or change. That is called tamaha here. Intellectual lethargy is tamaha. That he doesn't want to know and do higher things. Mental lethargy is tamaha, where he doesn't want to become sensitive to the world around. And what else they do then? Bas, indulge bhoga because they think that alone is the life. That is called tamaha. After that, they are tired, exhausted. They go actually into the tama that they sleep. And when they wake up, again their waking up hours are only for bhoga, not for any jnana, etc. They don't even touch the Shastra. There are millions of Hindus themselves not even know about what is Gita, Ramayana, Upanishads, etc. You and I, because of Puja Gurudev and his grace, thoda pad rahe. Left to ourselves, we would have also gone lost without knowing an iota of all these things. So, maintaining their Swambhavika ignorance, fixing their mind that the life is only for bhoga through indriyas, never having an idea of possibility of some improvements for that one has to study shastra, etc. This type of our inner lifestyle is called asura. So that asuratva is there in all our 14 faculties. Therefore, such indriya vrittis are called asura. Therefore, devatas and asuras are our own indriya vrittis. This much samajh lo. Indriya is all the 14 faculties. So, Shastrokta Jnana Yukta behavior at 14 faculty level is Devatva. Ashastriya, Bhoga Yukta, not wanting to think or understand and live a higher noble life, that is called Asura Vritti. And you can observe in your own office or in your own house, children, grandchildren. एक होता है कि he goes on learning and starts helping the parents, grandparents. So that fellow is in the Devata state. Other is so irresponsible. Not only he doesn't help at all, but he wants everybody to serve him only. सब लोग उसी के लिए सब सेवा करना. So this fellow is asura. Just to make understand the Deva Vrutti, Asura Vruttis in us. These two are defined now. Then next point. Devasura Havai explained. Havai kya hai? Hava iti purva vrutta udbhasakau nipato. They are just particles indicating that this Deva Asura Sangrama has happened plenty times in the past. Huete Deva Asura Sangrama. So the outer Devasura Sangrama in the Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika, we see in the Purana Itihasa that the Rakshasas attacking all lokas, including Indra, defeating Indradi, they ran away. Then these Rakshasas took the power and they stopped all the yajnas, havanas. They say, Sare yajna hamar liye karo. These weeks, if you study Puranas, if you don't study, then how can I give examples? क्या करूं मैं कोई भी गुरु कोई आचार्य क्या कर सकते हैं वी आर ब्लैंक वी नेवर स्टडी एनी वन ऑफ देम most unfortunate anyway so that is one That is going on anadikala. Hawaii. Hawaii also means what? Within us also, in everyone also, this Deva Asura Sangrama eternally going on. Hana? There's nothing new about it. What is new is ourselves realizing whom to make victorious. Ourselves realizing how to make whom to make victorious victorious. The new thing is actually seeing to it that they are made to be victorious who are supposed to be subjectively within us. And it is a Hawaii means is a Nirantara Sangrama. As we said yesterday, till the Brahma Vidya Anubhuti comes, when we are at the a step lower level of Dvaita or Upadis, there's a possibility of both of them are there. Therefore, struggle goes on going on. Havai, Hava iti Puravritta Udbhasakau Nipatau. So, Devasuraha word explained, Hava explained, Havai. Next, Yatra Sanyetire means what? Yatra means Yasmin Nimitte. Yatra means Yasmin Nimitte. For a particular reason. Sanyetire means they fought the war. They are fighting the war. So, Yatra means Yasmin Nimitte. And what is the Nimitta? Yasmin Nimitte means Itare Vishayapahara Lakshane. So each one wants to defeat the other one. Each one wants to loot away the thing of the other one. So the devatas want to remove or take away or loot away or throw away the asura vrittis. The asuras are struggling their best to take away the devata vrittis, vrittis of the devatas. That is called yatra, purpose. Yatra यस्मिन् निमित्ते इतरेतर विषय अपहार लक्षणे. ये वो इसका विषयों का अपहरण करने का कोशिश करते रहते. So the asuras try to loot away the vidya of the devatas. The devatas try to eliminate the avidya of the asuras. Asuras want to loot away the shastrokta jivana vidhana of the devatas. And devatas want to destroy the swabhavika tamasika भोगाशक्ति रूप जीवन विधान ऑफ द असुरास. ये उनको वो इनको निरंतर डिफीट करना चाह रहे. सो यत्र मीन्स दैट यस्मिन् निमित्ते इतरेतर विषयापहार लक्षणे. यत्र इज एक्सप्लेन्ड कि यस्मिन् निमित्ते फॉर द पर्पस. फॉर दैट पर्पस व्हाट दे वर डूइंग? संयेतिरे. संयेतिरे मीन्स दे वर डूइंग युद्ध. सो संपूर्वस्य यततेहे संग्रामार्थत्वम. With some prefix, the yatna word with the prefix some, the yatna word gives the meaning of sangrama. So sampurvasya yatatehe sangrama arthatvam. And grama means collecting all the faculties. Some means samyak rupena. So collecting all the faculties samyak rupena generally done for an endeavor. And every endeavor, you can talk it in the language of war only. So sanyetere means sangha. Like that's why the yuddha has many words. Sangrama it is called. So to samara also it is called. So samgrama, samara, sanyetere means they gathered themselves to fight with each other. So far what we have studied, Devasura Havai Yatra Sanyetire. So Devatas and Asuras trying to overpower each other are always in that Sangrama. Sampurvasya yatitehe Sangrama Arthatvam iti Sangramam Krutavanta ityartha. So this much discussion when we do, some portion of the mantra is explained. Now you have to again contemplate to grasp it and keep it in your mind. Next one, in this para, The yuddha of both of them is so powerfully, beautifully, completely for all the times to come for us, the Shankara Bhagavan explains. In a big flow, I will chant the whole thing, then little by little we will explain. आज इतना पोर्शन होगा हमारा. सुनो कि शास्त्रीय प्रकाश वृत्ति अभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ताः स्वाभाविक्यः तमोरूपाः इंद्रियवृत्तयः असुराः. Who are asuras? What they keep on doing? Explained in this line. Exactly the devatas. तथा तद विपरीताः शास्त्रार्थ विषय विवेक ज्योतिरात्मानः देवाः स्वाभाविक तमो रूप असुर अभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ताः इति अन्योन्य अभिभव उद्भव रूपः संग्रामः इव सर्व प्राणिषु प्रतिदेहे प्रतिदेहं देव असुर संग्रामः अनादिकाल प्रवृत्तः इति अभिप्रायः. So the Abhipraya, the purpose, the intention of Shruti Mata saying these sentences is this. Spashta Rupa it is given. And it's absolutely our own subjective thing which every moment is happening. So who is Asura's first term? Shastriya Prakasha Vritti. Shastriya Prakasha Vritti means the knowledge gained after studying the Shastras. That knowledge is called Shastriya Prakasha. Now, according to that gained knowledge, the faculties want to perform or live or act. That's called as Vritti. So, Shastriya Prakasha Vritti. Shastra Jnana gained according to that wanting to live. This एबिलिटी जो है हमारे अंदर शास्त्र पढ़कर उसके अनुसार जीने की इच्छा उसको अभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ता टू supersede them, to overpower them, to defeat them. Those which type of sankalpas or thoughts or pravrittis which happen in us to defeat the Shastriya Jivan Vidhana, they are called asura. So, Shastriya Prakasha Vritti इसको अभिभवनाय डिफीट करने के लिए प्रवृत्ताः एंगेज्ड एंड स्वाभाविक्यः तमो रूपाः that which are by nature tamo rupa, and those indriya vrittayah, those the functioning of the faculties are asuraha. So by default, by nature, they are tamorupi ajnana, and they try to defeat the shastriya pravrittis. Those inner antakarana, all the 14 faculties pravrittis which defeat the shastriya prakasha vritti is called as the asuras. So they are waging the war to defeat the shastriya pravritti. They keep swabhavika tamoguna. They like, as I told you example, then you may not like that example. What to do? This is the only thing I have. So you are doing such an endeavor of studying shastras. So if your friends, relatives, they know you are studying Shastra and the glory of it, उनको स्वाभाविक ज्ञान है, तो दे से आप क्लास अटेंड करके आ जाना, या हम आपके लिए टाइम चेंज कर रहे हैं. But they have स्वाभाविक तमो guna, therefore they just say, leave your sacred work of spirituality and come for this worldly thing. They are their swabhav guna. They try to. And if they are your own family members, they become sentimental, they become emotional, they try to blackmail, and what not they do. Finally, what they want to do, what spiritual activity you want to do, they want to defeat you. They have not understood what you are doing of through the study of Shastra, trying to understand the entire purpose of life. Such a highest sublime thing you are doing. इसका वैल्यू उनको नहीं पता होता. Their स्वाभाविक तमोगुण, but they put all their efforts to defeat you. You cannot question them why they are like that. You have to accept them, they are like that. You just have to protect yourself from getting defeated. Don't get defeated. Clear? So here, who are the asuras? Those are by default tamoguni, and they are trying to defeat the swabhavika shastra pravritti. Contrast to that is what? Tata tad viparitaha. Opposite of that. Who are they? Shastrartha Vishaya Viveka Jyotiratmanaha. Those who have in their Atma the Jyoti, the light of Shastrartha Viveka Vishaya. Okay, Shastra means scriptures. Shastrartha is what is said by the Shastra, the knowledge. The Shastrartha Vishaya, that knowledge is always intact in them. Viveka, they are using that Viveka Shakti based on this knowledge. Okay, therefore they are always in the Jyoti Swarupa, in the bright, brilliant knowledge state. Shastrartha Vishaya Viveka Jyotiratmana Devaha. And what they are doing? These Devaha, Swabhavika Tamo Rupa Asura Abhibavanaya Pravruttaha. The Swabhavika Tamo Rupa Asura Vrittis are there no in us. They try to continuously defeat them. Iti, in this way, Anyonya Abhibhava Udbhava Rupaha. Anyonya Abhibhava Udbhava means defeating and suppressing other is called Abhibhava. Thereby, rising oneself is called Udbhava Rupa Sangramaha. So, the husband defeating the wife, he want to stand victorious. The wife defeating the husband, wanting to stand victorious with the trophy. This Sangrama continuously going on. And sometimes she wins, and sometimes she wins, and sometimes she wins. What about him? Time is over because only the three times in our life, continuously throughout the life, the asuras only are winning or not. To such an extent, एक दिन का भी example ले लो, whole day the asuras in us are defeating the devatas in such a manner that no study shastras, no knowledge gained, no effort to live according to shastra at all. अगर एक दिन में शास्त्र का अध्ययन करके ज्ञान पाकर उसके अनुसार जीने का कॉन्शियस एफर्ट नहीं किया, so that whole day we are asuras. That way, the whole life we are living Asura only. So, in us, the Asura has defeated the Devata. So, the Yuddha mein Asuron ka hi jeet. Slowly from that, slowly, the Devatas also uh, start gaining their own power. They also at least resist in the beginning, if not victorious. At that stage, लगता है यार मैं भी शास्त्र पढ़ूं अच्छा रहे. But only thought is there. Immediately the asuras come, shut up. अभी तक तुमने पढ़ा क्या शास्त्र? तुम्हारे बाप ने पढ़ा क्या? उनके बाप ने पढ़ा क्या? बाप रे बाप. Nobody studied. Why do you study? Isn't it? People they say, my father, grandfather, they never studied Gita. Why should I study? They have audacity. अब खींच के उसको मैं हंसने के लिए भी मन नहीं होता मुझे ये बात सुनकर. What to do? It is not even laughable. What to say? It is so pitiable and sympathetic, pathetic only that. That much powerful are the asura in them. Slowly, one day one class we listen. Then that day the देवता got victory. शायद उस समय असुर थोड़ा इधर उधर गया होगा, देवता ने मौके का फायदा उठाया. At that time, actually, what happens is some great, powerful sankalpa of a Mahatma, keeping away our inner asura guna, that I don't want to attend the class, pulls that person to the class. That's how all of our spiritual journey begins, under the influence of somebody to begin with. Some higher power takes us in spite of us. Not that we go willingly first time. Some grace more powerful. We cannot exactly trace it, but it is. Then having got the taste of it, somehow we want to continue it. That's all. So therefore, Shastriya Prakasha Vritti is the Devata Gunas in us. Trying to defeat them are the Asuras, who are Swabhavika Tamoguna and Vishayasana. This is the Yuddha in which the Rakshasa using his weapons to defeat Devata. Opposite to that is, so Devatas are Shastrartha Vishaya Viveka Jyotiratmanaha. They have the Jyoti, Prakasha. According to that Prakasha, continuously they are doing viveka of the Vishayas, what to do, what not to do. So where from they got the Jyoti to do continuously viveka? Shastrartha. So Shastra, Shastrartha, Shastrartha Vishaya, Shastrartha Vishaya Viveka, Shastrartha Vishaya Viveka, Jyotiratmanaha. Jo Atma means they are like that only. By nature, they have the Shastra Jnana convinced. And yet, still there are vasanas inside prarabdhas or the world outside to influence him with the negative. He defeats them, tries to defeat them. Devaha swabhavika tamarupa asura abhibhavanaya pravruttaha iti. So they try themselves to defeat the asuras. Something like everyday morning, when you wake up, if that day the Devata gunas are powerful, you just get up, take bath, and do your japa, upasana, sadhana. That time, the tamo guna vritti or asara vritti, और थोड़ा सो जाओ थोड़ा थोड़ा कहता है mildly, but this devata vritti in us is so powerful that you just get up to all that. Another day, other way around it is. The asura vritti is so powerful. When the devata vritti says, "Say, let us get up and take bath." Hey, today is Sunday. After 10 o'clock we must sleep. That's it. But what about all upasana? कोई बात नहीं, संडे छुट्टी ले लो तो बस, आज नहीं करेंगे, आज क्लास नहीं जाएंगे, आज उपासना पूजा नहीं करेंगे. Who is telling this? Asura. So he is defeating the devata that day. Another day again the devata asura. So it's in this way every moment to moment also, and every day that way, and throughout the life of sangrama is going on. In that sangrama, now the devatas, when they want to win, they want to be more powerful. Then somehow they came to know if the Udgita Upasana is done, then they can become powerful to defeat the Asura. And they tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still, they could not continuously succeed because the other fellow was Asura also was shooting his own arrows. Finally, they somehow got to a powerful uh, what do you call upasana, by which they become so powerful that the asuras could not defeat. That is what the Mukhya Prana Upasana. To that slowly this topic will lead us to. Therefore, slowly we will be told with all the indriyas you try to do upasana, but कभी कर पाते हो कभी नहीं कर पाते हो. But when you do the Mukhya Upasana, Udgita Upasana, Mukhya Prana Udgita Upasana, then you will never be defeated. You will not be defeated. You will always be successful. So therefore, Omkara Upasana we have learnt in the first Khanda. Application of the Omkara Upasana for the Mukhya Prana is taught in the second Khanda. And both the Mukhya Prana Upasana, taking it as Pranava, is again only for the main purpose of Antakarana Shuddhi. Then the Shuddha Antakarana will help us in knowing the truth intellectually, sadhana wise, and anubhuti. भूलना मत इस बात को. Having said this, so शास्त्रीय प्रकाश वृत्ति अभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ताः स्वाभाविक्यः तमोरूपाः इंद्रियवृत्तयः असुराः तथा तद विपरीताः शास्त्रार्थ विषय विवेक ज्योतिरात्मानः देवाः स्वाभाविक तमोरूप असुर अभिभवनाय प्रवृत्ताः इति अन्योन्य अभिभव उद्भव रूपः संग्रामः इव. लाइक इन युद्ध, इन ए बॉक्सिंग में आप देखते हो ना, दिस फेलो ट्राइज टू गिव पंचेस, वो डिफेंड करते फिर ही ट्राइज टू गिव पंच. रेसलिंग यू कैन सी, ये उसको पटकने के लिए कोशिश करता है कि टच इज बैक शोल्डर टू द अर्थ, देन यू आर ग्राउंड, यू आर विक्टोरियस. यू कैन सी दैट स्ट्रगल ऑफ रेसलिंग ना. वो तो वो मेंढक की तरह पकड़ के रखते हैं जमीन को, ऊपर से पीछे वाल पीछे से बोरा उसको उठाकर उल्टा करने का. He doesn't allow, and he himself some become powerful and tries to jump himself up with his stomach below to topple down the other fellow on his back. See that sangrama going on everywhere. The cricketer, he tries to make him clean bowled, and that fellow will hit a sixer on. You can see that sangramas that are happening. Sports is a good example for understanding. You see the tennis or badminton, whatever, how this fellow tries to serve so that the other fellow cannot reach the one. The other one responds to put it in the court in such a way he is not able to. And in that, sometimes this fellow wins, sometimes that fellow wins. In the chess also, you can see how each one of them move their powers to defeat the other one. पूरा युद्ध ही चल रहा है जिंदगी भर. ये आउटर स्पोर्ट्स में युद्ध है, इकोनॉमिक्स में युद्ध है, पॉलिटिक्स में युद्ध है. Inside it is happening. The inner yuddha is only two. One is the Shastriya Jivana Vidhana, other is Ashastriya Jivana Vidhana. Shastriya is Deva, Ashastriya Asura. In today's world, all are Ashastriya because never studied Shastra only. In the earlier time, only Shastriya. Chance is never given to the Asuras. Only one thing, Shastra told this to do, that's done. If something else comes up, reference to Shastra. Is it told by the Shastra to do? No, prohibited. They would drop it. They were so safe. Like some children, पापा मम्मी के इतने सरेंडर्ड होते हैं. पापा ने कहा, मम्मी ने कहा. That fellow is throughout life saved. Because पापा मम्मी तो गलत तो नहीं कहते हैं generally. She is always safe. My mother told not. Then the good parents, they always continuously with loving words go on educating the children in the noble things, in positive things. That tender heart is receiving, registering it. He is so protected. Some other child, parent never teach it, even he never learns on it. He is asura. वो अपनी इच्छा के अनुसार जीता है. So, इति अन्योन्य अभिभव उद्भव रूपः संग्रामः इव. Now next line is very important. सर्व प्राणिषु means in every living being. Pratideham, every time when he incarnates means gets into a body, especially of the human beings, even the ऊपर भी यक्ष किन्नर है, सब में भी सर्व प्राणिषु प्रतिदेहम देव असुर संग्रामः. The yuddha between Daivi, Shastriya, Vrittis, Pravrittis, Asuri, Ashastriya, Vrittis, Pravrittis, Devasura Sangramaha, Anadikala Pravrittaha. From the Anadikala, it is going on happening. Ityamiprayaha. This is what the Shastra says. This is the status, position now. Iti Aviprayaha. Then in this, continue if you want the Asuras only to win all the time, because we are already doing that. But if you want the Devatas to win, then the Devatas have to become powerful. How to become so? Do the Udgita Upasana. So, with the Udgita Upasana, somehow our Indriyas will become powerful faculties to live according to Shastra. And yet, the world of Asura also being powerful, at the Indriya Sthai, they have the knack to defeat them. Therefore, Mukhya Prana Rupena Upasana is done. Not only, interesting thing, the Asuras not able to defeat the Mukhya Prana Upasana, so too, they themselves get defeated like an object made up of the mud trying to break the stone. When it hits at the stone, it itself gets broken. That is the example given here, Ashmanam and all that. So, second point. First is, the Asuras not able to defeat. Second is, they themselves get broken and shattered. Third is important. Now the Asuras are no more there to inflict. Therefore, this Mukhya Prana Upasana, having gained the victory over Asuras, now it will empower all the Indriyas, the Devata Vrittis. Like in the Indian political context, so you have voted and made them victorious, and others are defeated. These victorious people, therefore, getting us Ram Mandir, getting us so many things one by one, because we made them victorious. Same way, through the Mukhya Prana Upasana, when we defeat the asuras, then Mukhya Prana Upasana empowers our Devata faculties to live like Devatas is equal to without the obstruction of the asuras, they can study Shastra and live according to Shastra. The Shastra Uddesha is only to uplift us, liberate us. This is how this Akhyaikas Uddesha. So through the positive Upasana, Prana, Udgita Upasana, defeating Rakshasa Vrittis, Pravrittis from within you and give victory to the Devatas, like this one class. In this one class, what we are doing, all the Asura Vrittis of all our faculties we have defeated. All our, like ears are listening to the Tattva, eyes are looking at the book, mouth is chanting the mantras. These are all Shastriya work is going on. So here we have defeated the Asuras. But once the class is over, then again the Asuras take possession. That we live life only for Indriya Bhoga, etc. That time Devatas say, Chalo kya kare, kal tak intezar karte. Some of us come to the afternoon class or evening class or do your own study and remember what Shastra said to do, and that only we do. So this is how the Shastriya Jivana Vidhana is the Sangrama between Devatas and Asuras. Underline that point, Shastriya Jivana Vidhana. Hindu means the one who lives life according to our open Shastras, Vedas, Sanatana Dharma Shastras. For us, the Shastra is a pramana. Keep it in mind. So tomorrow, sa iha Shruti Akhyayika Rupena. That Devasura Sangrama ko Shruti Mata here Akhyayika Rupena. In the form of a story, she is telling us. Why she is telling this thing tomorrow, at least 10-12 minutes, I will explain. Dharma Utpatti Viveka Vijnanaya Katyate Prana Vishuddhi Vijnana Vidhi Parataya. These two things are the purpose for which the Shruti Mata is telling us the Devasura Akhyayika, which just started. It goes on for next few mantras. What is the meaning of this sentence? Which is very important. Why this Devasura Sangrama Katha is told by the Shruti Mata, what knowledge she wants to convey, what conviction she wants to bring into us, what sadhana she wants us to do by giving this Akhyayika tomorrow is. Mastu mast hai. And then these Devatas try to do Pranava Upasana or Omkara Upasana, Udgita Upasana with each of the faculty, then the Asuras defeat them. Finally, the Mukhya Prana Upasana done, then they become victorious. What is Mukhya Prana? Is a padenge hum dheere dheere. Om, 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 Purnamadaha, Shrutimatre Namaha, Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Yes, friends, congratulations for being here for this solid almost 1 hour. That's a tapasya. Here also there is a sangrama between Deva and Asura. The Asura says, get up and go, what class, what Upanishad. But the Deva says, nay, nay, let us sit, let us try. Now, today in the Vedic chanting, third Suktam, again Atharvaji is the Rishi, then Indra, Pushana, Ityadi are the Devatas, for whom we are extending our prayers, before which we offer them something. If it is Vaidika way, through the Yajna. If it is Pauranika way, through the Upasana. So Yajna Upasana say we propitiate Devatas to receive their blessings. This is how the entire Vedic culture. We pray to the Devatas, we get empowered by them, and we do exactly what our Shruti Mata tells us to do. And in that straight, smooth path without any inner outer struggles, we just reach to the goal. Like in some of the families, generations, they get educated, they get the profession, they live a noble life, They just die. No hassles. They won't create problems to others and they won't create problems to themselves. And they don't allow others to create problems to them. बस अपना इंडिया में ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग they don't create you don't see them anywhere creating jamelas like you see these Marwadis and Jains कहीं दिखता नहीं आपको प्लेकार्ड कर पकड़ के खड़े हैं कि हमारे मांगे पूरी करो they don't fight with anyone you don't see any issues cropping up with them and they are very intelligent अपना अपना बिजनेस बस एजुकेट करके बेटे को ग्रेजुएट बनाओ फिर उसको अपने व्यापार में खींच लो उसको टीच करो व्यापार and this old man becomes old dies this fellow takes over the business and they do it there's no jhamela wonderful others create only chaos in the same way with the devata upasana when the devatas give us anugraha then shastrokta vidhana we live and we get evolving and reach to the goal. This is the simplest way of living life. Make life simple. Everything else is complicated. Now, first mantra is Ki wonderful. O Indra and Pushana Devatas, please protect us. O Aditi Mata, protect us. O Marud Ganas, protect us. O Vidyut, O Agni Deva, protect us. All the seven oceans, please protect us. Bhagavan Vishnu, please protect. The Diloka with all its devatas, please protect us. First mantra is praying to all of them. Second, again, the Diloka, Prithvi Loka, as I said, protect us. May we get all the Abhimata required variety of the resources and richnesses, etc. The Soma Devata protect us from doing any of the sins. So to Devi Saraswati protect us. Agni Deva protect us. The Agni Kiranas, they also protect us. We pray. So to the Ashwini Devatas help us. Then the Usho Devata and Ratri Devata, may they also protect us. So too, the Megha, the clouds, they protect us, and all these devatas put together destroy all the Rakshasas and protect us from them. So too, the Tvashta Deva, you also protect. And all of you together bless us to make our life safala. मस्त मंत्र है मुझे तो बढ़िया पसंद आया कि इतने देवताओं को यू आर आस्किंग कोई ना कोई आकर बचाएगा स्टार्ट ओम अथ स्वस्त्येन कामनार्थम सकल देवतामुद्दिश्य सूक्तम अथर्वण वेदांतर्गत ओनली 3 mantras ओम पातन्न इंद्रापूषण ओम पातन्न इंद्रापूषण अदितिः पान्तु मरुतः अदितिः पान्तु मरुतः अपाम्नपात् सिन्धवः अपान्नपात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातन सप्तपातन पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः पातु मीन्स प्रोटेक्शन पाति रक्षति ओम पातं न इंद्रापूषणादितिः पान्तु मरुतः अपाम्नपात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातन पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः ओम पातं न इंद्रापूषणादितिः पान्तु मरुतः अपाम्नपात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातनः पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः सेकंड मंत्र पातान्नोद्या वा पृथिवी अभीष्टये पातान्नोद्या वा पृथिवी अभीष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अम्हसः पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अम्हसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः पातां नोद्या वा पृथिवी अभिष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अम्हसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः पातान्नोऽद्या वा पृथिवी अविष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अंहसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः थर्ड मंत्र पातान्नो देवा पाताम्नो देवा अश्विना शुभस्पति अश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोत उषासानक्तोत न उरुष्यताम् न उरुष्यताम् अवां न पादभिहृति गयस्य अपां न पाद अभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर वर्धय सर्वतातये वर्धय सर्वतातये पातान्नो देवाश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोतन उरुष्यताम् अपां न पादभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर्वर्धय सर्वतातये पातान्नो देवाश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोतन उरुष्यताम् अपां न पादभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर्वर्धय सर्वतातये ओम शांति शांति शांति. Just only 3 mantras are there. 3 times we will chant. Om पातन्न इन्द्राभूषणादितिः पान्तु मरुदः अपाम्नपात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातन पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः पातान्नोऽद्या वा पृथिवी अविष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अंहसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये शिवाये अस्य पायवः पातान्नो देवाश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोतन उरुष्यताम् अवां न पादभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर्वर्धय सर्वतातये ओम शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. अगेन पातन्न इन्द्राभूषणादितिः पान्तु मरुतः अपां न पात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातन पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः पातान्नोऽद्या वा पृथिवी अविष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अंहसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः पातान्नो देवाश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोतन उरुष्यताम् अवां न पादभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर्वर्धय सर्वतातये ओम शांति शांति शांतिः. एक और बार. ओम पातन्न इन्द्राभूषणादितिः पान्तु मरुतः अपान्नपात् सिन्धवः सप्तपातन पातु नो विष्णुरुतद्यौः पातान्नोऽद्या वा पृथिवी अविष्टये पातु ग्रावा पातु सोमो नो अंहसः पातु नो देवी सुभगा सरस्वती पात्वग्निः शिवाये अस्य पायवः पातान्नो देवाश्विना शुभस्पति उषासानक्तोतन उरुष्यताम् अवां न पादभिहृति गयस्य चिद्देव त्वष्टर्वर्धय सर्वतातये ओम शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Good, no? Must. There is a joy. And every time, why like a beggar or baniya, always expect something. Just revel in this prayer and chanting. Okay. Prabhu Raksha Kar, and chant. Enjoy. Surely their Kripa comes in, making us Deva, not Asura, as we studied just now. Okay. Now in the last but one activity, in our mantra Ucharana, Kaushitaki Brahmana or Maharshi mantra will chant. Kaushitaki can be an individual Maharshi or Kaushitaki Gotra or Sampradaya. We take as a Maharshi and do worship. Okay. Krishna Vasudeva. So, the Kaushitaki Maharshi, like other rishis, the Janma Vrittanta is not Spashta. So, it can be one particular rishi or Guru Parampara or Shakha or Acharya Sampradaya. But the Kaushitaki Sampradaya is there in Rigveda extensively. First of all, there is Kaushitaki Upanishad itself. You know what is the first mantra in that? Prano Brahmeti Hovacha. The prana itself is Brahman. Brahman is Omkara. Now what we are studying in Chandogya, Mukhya Prana Upasana is exactly this one. The life in us is the Brahman. So that is the Kaushitaki Upanishad. Again, in the same Kaushitaki Upanishad, Atma Vidya is given. Prana eva prajnatma. The prana in us is pure consciousness. Same way we have the Kaushitaki Brahmana also. In that all the Somadi Yajna Vidhis are there, Rutvik Vidhis are there, how to do the Prayoga of the mantras, all the Vaidika karma and their Prayojana, all of them. So Kaushitaki Upanishad, Kaushitaki Brahmana, we also have Kaushitaki Aranyam. In the also Yajna, Upasana, Prana Vidya, Atma Vidya are taught. So there are some Smriti Granthas also in which the Kaushitaki Maharshi or Parampara is mentioned. We have the Purana Pramana also. Some of the Puranas talk about this Kaushitaki Vamsha. So this Kaushitaki Vamshada or Sampradaya or Maharshi has given the Upanishad, Brahmanam and Aranyakam. Okay. Then from the prana up to the Pragyapti Swarupa Paramatma, this Kaushitaki Upanishad guides us. And in this Upanishad Kaushitaki, we see Indra and Pratardhana Samvada. See, the Pratardhana goes to Indra and asks for some boon. So Indra says, okay, you have asked it, but I have a different idea. I will not give you that boon. I will give you Atma Vidya. Pratardhana agrees to that. Acha, theek hai, if that is greater, you are ready to give me, give me. So that way the Indra gives the Atma Jnana to this Pratardhana. So that's how from karma to the upasana, from the upasana to the jnana, and with the jnana the moksha. So the Kaushitaki Veda Shaka, Kaushitaki Yajna Vidya, Prana Vidya, Atma Vidya, all of them are given either you say by the Kaushitaki Maharshi or the Kaushitaki Parampara. So in that the Paramatma is Sakshi to the Buddhi, Mana, Indriya, Prana, Sharira, all of that are said. So the Rigveda Sampradaya, Kaushitaki Shaka, in that Kaushitaki Brahmana, Aranyaka Upanishad, Prana Vidya, Atma Vidya, all of them are taught and we are told to rise from Prana to the Atman to the Brahman. Okay. In this way, we can see the Kaushitaka Maharshi. So the Vedic mantra which we chant is Tannaha Kaushitaki Maharshihi Prachodayat. So we can say uh, Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Atma Vidya Krutaya Dhimahi Tannaha Kaushitaki Maharshihi Prachodayat. Mantra Brahmana Datre Upanishad Krutaya. Because in that, then the Rishi, Parampara, everything comes. These mantras are not very anywhere authentic. We just taking the permission from the Rishis. For our Upasana, we are conceiving them. Some of the Rishis, Gayatri mantras are there, some of the Devathas. Most of them we are making. Like from next 2-3 days, we will be doing the Mahabhaktas Smarana. Starting from Prahlada around 20-25 लोगों का. So there also will tell Gayatri mantra and it is not there anywhere. But we got in Gayatri mantra the Vidmahe, the Dhimahi, the Prachodayat. 3 words are so powerful in the meaning. So we are using this technique of Upasana. Right? If somebody says, no, this Gayatri mantra is not there, don't fight with them. Yes, says our Swami also there, it's not there. But he just told us this way, it may help us to do Upasana. And we are not doing chori dakaiti, na? Upasana hi kar rahe, koi galat kaam to nahi. Isn't it? Therefore, they will not be any quarrel. And we are not forcing others that tum bhi yahi Gayatri mantra bolo karke. No, we are in our interest doing it. And if the Lord pleases with that and blesses us, bless. If not, no, nothing worry. We have tried. isn't it? So there is nowhere any problem. Om Parabrahma Paramatma Swarupa Shri Kaushitaki Maharshi Namaha Dhyayami Avahayami Sthapayami Pujayami Chatra Chamanadin Samarpayami Shaktiyopachara Bhaktiopacharajin Samarpayami Stotrena Chapadina Mantrena Kirtanadina Toshayami Namaskaromi Tavacharanam Sharnagatosmi Mama Paramatma Bhavena Muktim Pradehiti Prarthayami Sanatan Dharmasya Vaidika Hindava Samskrutehe Bharatavarshasyaapi Samrakshanam Kurviti Prarthayami. Okay. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Krutaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Krutaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Kruta means Upanishad is not created, but this parampara became means for the arrival of the Upanishad Vidya from Paramatma. So, when we are chanting the mantras, sometime in the language, there may be thing not correct, but the intention you must catch it. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Krutaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Krutaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Krutaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Or we'll change it. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Rupaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Rupaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. Om Mantra Brahmana Datre Cha Vidmahe Upanishad Rupaya Dhimahi Tannah Kaushitaki Maharshi Prachodayat. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण रूपाय विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण रूपाय मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण रूपाय विद्महे दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम मंत्र ब्राह्मण दात्रे च विद्महे उपनिषद रूपाय धीमहि तन्नः कौशीतकी महर्षि प्रचोदयात्. ओम श्री कौशीतकी महर्षये नमः. नमस्करोमि तव चरणौ शरणागतोऽस्मि. मां रक्ष रक्ष इति प्रार्थयामि. मम परमात्मानुभवेन मुक्तिं प्रदेहि इति प्रार्थयामि. सनातन धर्मस्य वैदिक हैन्दव संस्कृतेः भारतवर्षस्यापि संरक्षणाभिवृद्धिं कुरु इति प्रार्थयामि. ओम कौशीतकी महर्षये नमः. 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 ओम कौशीतकी महर्षये नमो नमः. In that way, we have done almost all our today's sadhanas. The last one is about the common sense thought. Spiritual common sense thought is: are we doing our sufficient homework to become clear, about all the important necessary understandings which are daily provided to us through the Shastras by our rishis? That is the simple common sense thought important. maximum aspects. है ना? The Brahma Tattva, Brahma Swarupa. Then Maya Tattva, Maya Swarupa. Then the Ishvara, Brahman alone through Maya is Ishvara Tattva. Then Ishvara's Trigunatmika Shakti. And through that, how the Srishti Sthiti Laya are happening. All these things have to be very clear. Then, this side, what is Jivata? What is Jiva's Samsara Bandhana? What is the role of Upadhis? What is the role of Vasanas? What is the role of Avidya? What exactly all these are playing the play? Become very clear. Chodo mat is subject. Master every aspect. Then how the Jiva and I have to get the moksha. Shastras have so clearly told. In that moksha prayatna, what is the position of values? What is the position of karma yoga? What is the position of Ashtanga yoga or yoga sadhana, chitta vritti nirodha? What is the position of bhakti yoga? What is the position of jnana yoga? In the jnana yoga, what are the aspects? In the bhakti, kya hai? समझना चाहिए. So, what are these sadhana chatushtaya sampada? What is the need of it? Each करते रहो, लगे रहो. Miss कर दिया ना, फिर again we go back to only the asura jivana. And in the asura jivana, some pleasures, but all the time the miseries, problems, worries, anxieties only. So to come out of it, all that commotions, these are all we have to keep on thinking, becoming more clearer in our understanding. This is the homework for the day. This is the common sense thought. Then the implementation part is million times important. Then the theory, although without theory we cannot implement, yet once the theory is known, the implementation is important. Means the practical sadhana. Are we doing consciously, regularly, sincerely, committed way, with added enthusiasm, inspiration, joy, every day. क्या चल रहा है हमारे जिंदगी में? कितना हम अपने जिंदगी के जहाज को चलाना खुद सीख लिए. Of course, with the grace of Shastra, Guru and Bhagwan. उनके कृपा के बिना तो कुछ स्टार्ट ही नहीं होता. But we know their grace, we know their guidance, but we also have known our duties and responsibilities we are doing now. How much we are into it. Or totally neglecting Guru Devata, Shastra, totally neglecting one's own Purushartha Samarthya and possibilities, either getting distracted, derailed into wrong directions, or day by day growing in our tamoguna. क्या हो रहा है अपनी जिंदगी में? हमेशा नजर रखना. आध्यात्मिकता मीन्स adhi means always around. Atma means oneself. The one whose drushti is always on oneself is called adhyatmik. The one whose drushti is always in the world is called samsari. And in samsara he has drushti on all the things. Again only for upadhi bhoga. Not even upadhi rakshana. Not even upadhi beautification. उसको भोग देके सत्यानाश करो. Like some parents. ओनली गिव भोग टू देयर चिल्ड्रन. अरे उनको कुछ ट्रेनिंग भी दे दो, उनको थोड़ा मेच्योर्ड बनाओ, उनको रेस्पॉन्सिबल. कुछ नहीं, बफेलो बना देते. That child or that jiva, if he has brought some sanskar with him from earlier life, in spite of the stupid parents, grandparents never guiding, somehow वो अपने ट्रैक पे चला जाता है. या कोई गुरु करता है वो काम. There are so many thousands and thousands of youngsters tried to be destroyed by the parents but protected by some gurus. Destroyed by parents because of their ignorance. Asuraha, swabhavika tamoguna. That tempting them only for artha and kama and bhoga. Some gurus came in their life and they taught dharma, they taught desha bhakti, they taught some adhyatmikata. बच गए बच्चे, है ना? अपने पेरेंट्स रूपी शत्रुओं के हाथ से। है ना केसेस? In some cases, the parents also guided in spirituality and handed over that fellow to a great guru. Guru also took care. जिंदगी बन गया. In the same way, what is happening in our life for ourselves? थोड़ा सोचते रहे ना. It's a 24 hours process. You cannot let loose even a moment. Life is like a dog taken for a walk. जब चेन बांध के उसको पकड़ के रखना, छोड़ दिया, वो कहाँ दूसरे कुत्ते से लड़ेगा, किस कचरे कोने में जाएगा, नहीं पता. So too, if we don't take our life into our hands and take it towards the goal, let loose, it will fight with other dogs or it will get lost in some dust and dirt of the world. Isn't it? So that's what today. Thank you. Om, 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 Om. Purnamadaha. Om, 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 Om. Om, 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha. Shrutimatre Namaha. Tatsad Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you for your patience. Still, if you have, come to Gita.